I haven't missed a day since.
Really?
Since December 15th.
Oh,
I went from 0 followers to over 13,000 in
Oh, wow.
7.5 months. I did a post a month ago. I hit over 1 million impressions in 7 months.
Wow.
I closed 2 deals straight from my DMs.
I think when you're new, you think you're gonna bother the senior people, the older people,
For sure, yeah.
and you don't realize how much they enjoy when somebody asks them. And
Reach out to guys who've been doing it for 20, 30 years. Sit with them for 30 minutes, get a coffee. They'll teach you more than anything you could read online.
Forget chasing single-family rentals. Let's build commercial portfolios. Collect the best insights and information from commercial real estate experts and industry heavyweights on this episode of the Rent Stew podcast.
live from CREI Summit 2025, Palm Desert, California. This is the Rent Stew podcast. I'm your host, Christian Cotta with Hungry Investments. And if you're looking for commercial real estate insights, information, the who's who of the commercial real estate, the brightest, the best, guess what? You're in the right spot, because those are the people that I'm bringing on here. And the reason I'm bringing them on this podcast is to help you navigate the world of commercial real estate, whether you're trying to get into investing, brokerage, development, you've been in the industry and you want to up your game, or you're new to the industry and you want to figure out how this works. You are in the right spot. So first of all, let me just thank you for investing the time, sharing your time with us to be here. I hope we don't let you down, and I don't think we will, because I got another young gun coming on. My boy Gabe, what's going on?
What's up?
How are you?
Good, how are you? Appreciate you having me on.
We got Gabe Einhorn. I want to make sure, because we're all meeting each other for the first time in person. The cool thing about where we're at here is that we've at least had some conversations or come across each other's paths through CREI social media. So there's some cool stuff here. I had Kaylee Bonts on, and Kaylee and you are both, less than 5 years in the industry?
Yeah, just about 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah,
Okay, she's 3 years, you're 2 years. So I like this because I know that there's a large portion of the audience that are probably, in their younger, I don't know, 18. Shoot, I have Hey, if you're, leave a comment. I want to know who the youngest person that's following or seeing this is. Like,
what do you think? I think maybe 17.
You think so?
Kids,
I mean, there could be
in high school.
13 is when you can get on YouTube, so there could be the 13. They're already thinking about money and how to retirement.
They're looking up on YouTube how to make the most money. Real estate.
Yeah, so I like it because I feel like your story and what you have to share, and Kaylee, like, those are two really great perspectives from people that are coming up in the industry that have a good head on their shoulders. Because there's a lot of people, I think, what we want to deter is people getting into commercial real estate for the wrong reasons. And the wrong reason is because you just think you can make a lot of money. One of those big things is like, hey, it's rent's due. Yeah, it's about paying your rent on the first of the month, but it's also about paying your rent throughout your whole career in order to be able to get to where you want. So she comes from the brokerage side, but you come from the capital side.
Yes, sir.
So a man I like to talk to, because we can't fund our deals without capital.
Yes, sir. I spoke to Bryant this morning. He sent me an email.
Of course.
Well, me, what's your email? I'm going to send you some deals.
Yeah.
Say less.
Yeah. And he's like, hey, Gabe's already on top of it. How did you choose your path? Because I'm seeing all this pattern just keeps coming up, that there's a million different ways.
For sure.
There's no one door to walk through to get into commercial real estate.
Yeah, there's so much opportunity. I mean, I think it's important, obviously, to know that the first step you take might not be for your career, and people get so caught up about where they're going to start. I have friends who are looking for jobs, and they're so set on where they want to work, and I'm like, you got to try things out first.
I want to be an investment broker at Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, I'm like, you got to test things out first. For me, I was starting my MBA. I was doing an online program. I just finished undergrad, and I wanted to get into real estate, so I downloaded LinkedIn for the first time. I cold DM'd a bunch of different real estate. I looked up real estate. I thought real estate was just buying and selling, and I would be a broker representing buyers and sellers. Yeah. So I got a couple opportunities in New Jersey where I was living at the time, and I come in. The guy's like, yeah, you got a job. You reached out to us. We appreciate the hustle. You start tomorrow. I come in tomorrow. the next day, and they start talking about, yeah, well, we do loans, debt financing. I'm like, it's not what I signed up for. And they start telling me that there's a whole nother side of real estate, the capital market side. So I spent the first 3-4 months learning about debt financing, arranging loans for commercial real estate, how it's
Loan to value,
exactly,
debt coverage,
DSCR, all
yeah.
that stuff. I learned all the lingo. I learned the importance of it also, and now I'm here 2 years later. So it's been a fun ride so far.
And so, like, how's that whole process of going into the capital markets versus into the property side of things? Like, how's that been?
It's good. I mean, I thought originally I wanted to represent buyers and sellers.
Mm-hmm.
I like it though. I mean, I've always been pretty good with numbers, and it's a cool side of the portion where, like, I don't want to be a broker forever. I want to eventually own. I want to invest, and it's cool to see it from this side of things as well, so I could understand what it takes to actually invest in a deal, own a deal, even build a property. So I like it a lot.
This video is sponsored by SiteCRE.com, the smart site submittal platform for tenants, landlords, and developers. Site streamlines the entire site submittal process, from custom AI-powered submission portals to a tenant-seeking site marketplace that makes expansion fast, efficient, and targeted. At Hungry Investments, we use sites to validate sites we already control, target locations for specific tenants, and even identify tenants actively looking in trade areas where we're doing our due diligence. It's become an invaluable tool for our growth, and it can do the same for you. Check out sitescre.com, where smart growth starts. And so, technology is becoming bigger and bigger in our industry. I mean, having conversations about with some of the people here, and going back to the days of, like, hey, the fax machine.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even fathom that, can you?
Yeah, I can't. No. Fax machine is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, even like email now is like slowing down.
Yeah.
You got text messages.
You need it quicker.
Yeah.
Like, voice text me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one thing that someone told me early on was, like, especially older brokers, like, these kids don't even want to pick up the phone. Like, you have younger guys now that they're just sending text messages. Like, if you pick up the phone, like, you'll get an advantage over these guys.
Because somebody hears your voice.
Exactly.
But what kind of technology are you guys seeing, like, in the capital market side that's helping you? Like, and it could just be the same type of technology that people use for sales, but, like, what are you use? How are you kind of becoming more efficient with how you do things?
Yeah. So I mean, one of the biggest things is there's a couple new platforms. One of them that we're working on getting on board with, which is essentially an AI database of lenders, where we get deals across the country, and in different markets, different places, it requires different lenders. You have some lenders that they lend across the country, but there's deals, let's say Phoenix or Arkansas, Nebraska, where the best lender for that deal might be a local bank. How am I going to know?
Regional guys.
Exactly. How am I going to know a local bank in Arkansas? Well, we have a database now that's powered by AI that has 7,000 plus lenders who lend in the United States of America, and it filters out live data based on the most recent emails that those lenders are sending in response to deals that they get.
Wow.
So if I send them a deal and they respond, yes, we do that, these would be our terms, or no, we don't do that, it automatically updates it in real time to tell us what the terms are for that lender.
You talked to Brian about that?
I did not know.
Oh, but you need to. Yeah.
So, like, we literally have, like, the most up-to-date, like, we underwrite a deal that you guys are going to send us. We plug it into our database. It will tell us the top 10, 20 lenders in real time as of today that will do the deal and at what terms they're likely to come in at. And then it's our job from there to speak to the lenders and have those real conversations.
And go and get the qualifications, do all the paperwork.
Because anybody could have that database now, like, once you put it together. But then you still have to have the conversation with the lenders. I have to understand the backstory of the deal too, because the numbers only tell one part of the story. I have to then sell the story of your deal and why these lenders should lend to it, because yes, it might fit their box, but they have to still understand it and want to buy into you guys and your vision. So I have to sell that.
What's one of the coolest deals you've worked on, or one of the, like, craziest things that's happened in your short period of time on the capital market side?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, I had a deal. It was one of my first deals, and
it's always the first deal.
Yeah,
you never forget it.
Yeah, I mean, my first deal, we literally, like, they called us like 2 days before closing, and they're like, "This is not going to close." Like, they said there was a problem with the sponsor. Like, something about, like, how he was part of an LLC that owned the property prior, and it went under foreclosure. They sent us as, like, 2 days before closing. And I'm like, what are you guys saying? Like, so we spent like that whole day, like everyone freaking out, trying to figure it out. Luckily, we cleared it up, and they said it was not the same guy. He had the same name as our borrower.
Oh, that's
and
great.
they cleared it. They dug it up in the due diligence, like last minute, and it was the same name, different guy. So they're like,
was it like John Smith?
No, it was not
No,
a common name.
yeah.
That's why they were
Oh,
like,
that's
it's gotta be
crazy.
the same guy.
Yeah.
And thankfully, we ended up closing. But I was scared. I was like, wow. Because I had a couple deals beforehand. This was my first deal that closed.
Yeah.
And I had a couple deals that fell through. One of them was, we got an appraisal that came in like
Way under.
and the deal, fell through. And
Yeah.
the guy, the sponsor, obviously.
There's always hurdles,
Yeah,
no matter what you're working on.
for sure.
In any portion of the industry, there's not a single deal that doesn't have some sort of hair on it.
For sure. There's always something. Like, if you get a deal and it's too good to be true, that's what someone taught me, like, when I was first getting started. Like, if you have a deal that comes in and it looks too good to be true, it's because
It's probably too.
Yeah.
So we have
Always something.
an attorney who's a buddy of mine, and he's like, man, do you go out and look for these like effed up deals? I'm like, no, I'm not looking for anything. I'm just looking for, hey, I got a user for this site, and then I happen to get into it, and he's like, well, there's a reason it's sitting there empty. I'm like,
Sure.
well, what am I paying you for? He's like, yeah, but I keep his title review skills on point.
Okay.
Yeah. But if it was easy, everybody would be doing
For
it.
sure. Yeah. That's where you find the value, is if you're able to deal with the trickier stuff like that. That's where you could really set yourself apart.
What's some advice, being a younger person in the industry, what's some advice you would love to share that you wish somebody had shared with you
For sure.
when you were first getting started?
For sure. I mean, I would say really don't be afraid to go out there. It's hard, especially when you don't know like the basics and you're learning. But for me, especially once I got into it, like a year into it, you realize that especially as you're a younger person and you're just getting started, all the established veterans, not all of them, but most of them, are willing to take the time to meet with you, whether you come for coffee, 30 minutes, they invite you to the office and sit down. They want to talk about themselves. They want to tell you about their experience, and they're willing to teach you. So if you go out there and instead of trying to go, 6 months in, I'm trying to close deals, call these guys and get the deals in, you find guys that
Find a mentor.
you're up to,
Yeah.
and they'll
Get a
teach you.
mentor.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to reach out and just say, hey, I'm not calling you for any deals. I've been doing it for 6 months. I've been doing it for 12 months. I just want to learn from you.
I think when you're new, you think you're gonna bother
Yeah.
the senior people, the older people,
For sure, yeah.
and you don't realize how much they enjoy
Yeah.
when somebody asks them, and they're
For
like,
sure.
"Oh, you think enough of me
Yeah.
to like you want to learn how to do development? That's why I put this stuff out on YouTube.
For
Like,
sure.
I went and worked for 2 developers. I probably should have asked more questions. I probably would have been doing this a lot sooner. Otherwise.
for
But I mean, yeah, it's kind of
important,
cool.
yeah.
It makes you feel like it validates what you're doing, because
Exactly.
like you and Armando hanging out.
Yeah,
I tell Armando all the time, ask more questions.
for sure.
But
That's it.
we have all this information, we want to share it.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys have been through it. You guys have lived it. You've done it for 10, 20, 30 years, longer than we've been even alive.
Yeah.
So you have the stories and experience to share with us. It's not the same as me going online and watching YouTube videos or reading newsletters. That's what I told some of my friends who want to get started. I was like, I could teach you some stuff, but go reach out to guys who've been doing it for 20, 30 years. Sit with them for 30 minutes, get a coffee. They'll teach you more than anything you could read online.
Yeah.
So
No, you and Bryant are gonna hit it off. We're gonna talk about something when the cameras turn off.
Yeah.
But we're here at CREI Summit.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, it's all about social media. We talked about the technology a little bit.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite platform? How are you using it in your business? Like what's it doing for you? This video is brought to you by SiteCRE.com, the smart site submittal platform for tenants, landlords, and developers. From AI-powered site submission portals to a tenant-seeking site marketplace, Sites makes expansion fast, efficient, and targeted. Check them out at SiteCRE.com. That's SYTESCRE.com, and level up your site selection game.
So I'm big time on LinkedIn. Like I'm very bullish on LinkedIn. I think that's where it's at. That's how I got my first job, and I used it for my first year and a half just for prospecting, because you have information about people. You could see what they do. You could see their posts, their activity. So I could reach out and say, hey, I just saw you closed on this deal. Are you working on anything else? And that's how I closed my first 2 deals directly from literally LinkedIn DMs.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was listening to a podcast. I listened to Gary Vee. I love his podcasts. He's
GV.
like, so he's a social media god.
Yeah, I'm super familiar.
Exactly. So in end of November, I was listening to a podcast, and he's
Jab, jab, hook.
and he's like LinkedIn is one of the only untapped social media platforms that you could still go out now and take advantage of it. So I'm like, okay, like I'm late on Instagram, I'm late on X, like I have a shot at LinkedIn, I'm gonna go for it. And I'm a little bit extreme when I commit to something, I commit hard. And so I said December 15th, I'm gonna post every single day.
Oh, that's what we were talking about last night, didn't it?
And I haven't missed a day since.
Really?
Since December 15th.
Oh,
I went from 0 followers to over 13,000 in
oh, wow.
7.5 months. I did a post a month ago. I hit over 1 million impressions in 7 months.
Wow.
I closed 2 deals straight from my DMs.
Wow.
And gotten probably at least another 50 plus deals. People reach out that they said, oh, I love your content. I love what you do. We have a deal.
So this is great because I think a lot of, younger people are like, well, LinkedIn is, just for business and it's for, older, it's the older people's social media. Yeah. And if for what we're doing in commercial real estate, it really is. Everyone's on there. There are things that you can do that will make you look like you should not be doing that.
For sure.
Like there's like the one thing that bugs me about LinkedIn is the over amount of like sales spam that comes into the DMs. And I've gotten to the point now with LinkedIn. Like I love the fact that you're posting I don't post enough on LinkedIn, but I did clean up and get it, and that helps. I really, the fact that you're posting every day is awesome. But the connections that come through, I started filtering. It's not just about accepting every single one. Yeah. Like people that are in, if I go look at their profile, it doesn't necessarily, I'm like, wait, I can't tell, or, it's not really like, why are they reaching out? Yeah. Well, they can follow. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I got to keep that, keep the DMs close to the chest.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of spam out there now more than ever. And you gotta keep the spam away.
But don't you also have a really cool handle on X?
Yeah.
What's the name? What's your name on X?
No, not on X. On Instagram.
Instagram.
Praise Studios. That's my clothing brand.
Yeah, but don't you have on X?
What is X? It's just Einhorn Gabe.
Oh, I thought you had like I thought the handle was something like Young Finance Guru or something. Okay,
no, that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, well, I just gave it to you.
I'm gonna switch it.
You're gonna switch it, Young Finance Guru.
Yeah, I like that.
And then Instagram's Praise Studios.
Yeah.
So tell us about Praise.
So it's my faith-based clothing brand. We got different biblical quotes on the back of the shirts.
Yeah.
Trying to combine faith and fashion. And I started the idea last summer.
It's a passion project.
Exactly. It's for fun. But back in March.
Makes your day job easier when you have something, a creative outlet.
Something exciting and different that you could look up to.
Mm-hmm.
So I started in March. I'm in New York City.
Yeah.
Went out to Times Square, got a friend to come record me, and just stopped random people in the streets and asked them, do you believe in God?
You did man on the street interviews.
I did.
Yeah.
And I've been doing that ever since. So since March, we got a page full of just street interviews with random people on the streets asking about their faith, about their belief in God, about prayer.
You ever get the dude with the cardboard?
So I did that. I have a couple videos. I stood. My first one I ever did was when I hit 10,000 connections on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Back in May.
You held it.
I stood up in Bryant Park and I said, like at 10,000 connections on LinkedIn, like, is anyone here connected to me?
Yeah.
And 3 different guys that walked by were connected with me on LinkedIn.
Oh, they loved it, didn't they?
And then a bunch of other people like came and like they scanned my thing.
And they took people take photos.
Yeah, I got pictures. I got a great video. I'll show you after.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
so now when we come out there, we got to do something like that.
So man on the street's great in New York City because everyone's walking, everyone's running.
Yeah, it's like Humans of New York.
It's great. Yeah. So, I mean, you can meet millions of people just by standing there. So.
Awesome. So, where do you want people to come find you?
If you're interested about the faith-based content, you could check us out on Instagram, Praise Studios.
We're gonna put all these links down in the description.
And then, I mean, the main one is LinkedIn. That's really a mix of everything.
So hit your boy on LinkedIn.
But the one thing I would say also is just if you're getting started on LinkedIn, like there is opportunity, especially as a young person, to stand out because you have all the veterans and they're posting about their deals and their market data.
There's a lot of learning.
Exactly. But if you portray yourself as, I post a lot about like personal struggles or advice that I got in the real estate, really being that young guy.
Yeah.
And then I also post personal stuff too that people really like. So I mix it up a little bit. So it's an all-encompassing about me. It's not just about real estate. So share your story overall. People want to connect and do business with a real person. So it's not about like acting like an expert on LinkedIn. It's just about being real.
Awesome,
So
buddy.
that's it.
All right, we're going to put all those links down below in the description. Make sure to go check it out so you can check out Gabe.
Yes, sir.
It's that time where we take care of business, so you know what to do. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. If you are, thank you so much. Do me a favor, click the share. Send this out to somebody you think would benefit from hearing Gabe's story or anyone else on the Rent Stew podcast. Give us a like. Follow us across all platforms at Hungry Investments or Christian Kata. Thank you again for being here. You know what time it is. Rent's due, baby. Stay hungry, my friends. If you made it this far through and you landed here, it means you're serious about making money in commercial real estate. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're not already following for more great commercial real estate, and check out this video or this video. As always, stay hungry, my friends.